let's talk about Willow. I loved the movie Willow as a child when it came out. It was a fantasy production, but made by George Lucas, who, of course, we all knew and loved from Star Wars and from Indiana Jones. I remember how amazed I was at the Star Wars celebration in Anaheim when they showed us the trailer for a new television series, high profile, on Disney Plus that they had been filming during COVID, so in very difficult circumstances. And it was not filmed inside the Volume, which is this digital set that they'd been using for The Mandalorian, for the Book of Boba Fett. Now, a lot of these scenes for this new television series were filmed in the UK, in the woods, in beautiful places. And that trailer just blew everyone away. It looked so fantastic, and for a lot of us, it was like, oh, wow, we're going to be able to reconnect to our childhood, and how amazing it is to have a platform like Disney Plus where you can do follow-ups like this, and you expand stories that we know and love, but without the big financial risk of launching a movie after so many decades, which, if it fails, there's a lot of money going to waste.
You think you know what is real and what isn't. What is light? What is dark? Now, forget all you know. Come with me. Willow.
We're looking for the sorcerer, Willow. I was told that once long ago you defeated the forces of evil.
You remind me of your mother.
My dear friend, I thought I could prevent all this. I was wrong.
My brother was abducted. The world needs you again. It needs your magic.
Follow me. We must go beyond the edge of our world, into the unknown.
Willow!
I need your help.
Just like old times. Attack! Running! Horses! Mayhem! Mayhem! Happy to see it.
Our true enemy is still out there, rallying the forces of evil. And the only thing standing in its path is us.
I'm going to enjoy this.
If you're thinking what I'm thinking, so am I.
I doubt that very much. Take him to my tent and make sure he's tied up.
I don't know. See, that kind of sounds like we're on the same page.
When I was a kid, I used to play at being a sorcerer, visiting strange worlds, fighting monsters.
Run!
Never thought I'd actually really do it.
What the hell is that?
Trolls. I'm so miffed.
We have to hurry.
How will you defeat us?
Same as last time. With my friends.
I loved it when I saw this. It had fantastic music. The visuals were beautiful. It was super colorful. It seemed to have humor and action and big castles and magic. Oh my gosh, I was so looking forward to that series. The moment it launched, the first day, I watched the first 2 episodes, and I was a little bit surprised that I didn't like it as much as I thought I would. There was something awkward about the writing and the pacing of the series. It felt a bit forced. The humor didn't land. Even Warwick Davis, I love what he does, but his performance fell flat. It felt a bit spun out. I don't know if it was the editing or the writing, but it just wasn't as good as I hoped it would be. So after 2 episodes, I just moved on. I was like, okay, it's on Disney Plus. I'll watch it some other time. That's what I love about Disney Plus. You have this huge back catalog. I can always go back and watch this. And maybe the rest of the series won't be as bad. And then just the other day, we got word that Disney is now planning on taking Willow away. It's going to be taken off Disney Plus. It's going to disappear. And that's not the only television series, not the only production that they're going to cancel on Disney Plus. No, there's an entire list that has leaked out. All of that content will be removed from Disney Plus, not in a couple of months from now. It's not an advanced warning, so you'd better get to watch this. No, on May the 25th, according to this news, Willow will be gone. And who knows for how long? Maybe it's gone forever. Now, this all seems to be part of this whole reshuffling that Disney is currently doing. But it's a bit much, and it's all coming at the same time. Just this week, we heard that Disney World is closing down its premium Star Wars hotel experience. The Galactic Star Cruiser. You may have seen the video that I did about that. So, but on the heels of that came this announcement that they're going to cancel their own intellectual property on Disney Plus, which they own. And one of the writers of Willow has reacted publicly, saying, this is just cruel. They only gave us 6 months, and now they're pulling it, and nobody can watch this anymore. And I totally feel for the writers, for the actors, for everyone who was involved in this project. We're talking about hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of people who gave years of their life to create something beautiful. But this does threaten the trust that we have in our media platforms. Because in the past, you could still buy DVDs or Blu-rays, and you could watch it if you wanted to. You could bring some money to Disney or whoever was the owner of the series that was no longer on TV. But they don't make Blu-rays anymore of series like this. And so there is just no way to watch this once they take it offline. That makes me a bit queasy about the whole brand. It feels a bit like what Disney was trying to do years ago when they had the Vault. Remember that? They would try to artificially create scarcity by saying, oh, you can only buy the VHS cassette of Snow White, for instance, for the next year, and then it's going into the vault, and for 20 years you will not be able to see this movie anymore until we re-release it. That doesn't fly anymore nowadays. People will just find other means, legal or not, to watch this. But what it does is it makes Disney look like an unreliable partner. Not that I have a stake in Disney, but I want to feel that I am part of this whole new wave of creativity. I want to support the writers. I love what all these creative people are doing at Marvel and Lucasfilm, and this just feels like penny pinching at the expense of the creative people, of the writers, of the actors. And that just feels wrong, especially if it's done by a company with such deep pockets as Disney. This is what the writer's strike is about. This is why I support the writers in what they're trying to accomplish. And I think it is important for the future of the entire global entertainment business that we start thinking about, what it does to people. This is not just about money. It may be about money for the big companies like HBO, like Disney. But this is also about killing something something wonderful that was created by people who poured their heart and soul in this, and it just feels wrong to kill it. That's all I have to say. What do you think? Let me know. I'd love to hear your opinion on this.